Hello, welcome back for more Terraria mod Moshpit. I may or may not have done a bit of a dumb. My microphone wasn't plugged in for any of what I spent an hour and a half doing. I defeated Infernus, and I don't have enough shit to make another summoner. I defeated Heater of Worlds, and I don't have enough shit to make another summoner. And I created and made a tutorial on creating a mob farm, because I didn't have enough ancient bone dust to make archaic powder, which, by the way, I now have. Archaic powder is a calamity thing, by the way. Increase mining speed, damage reduction, and defense when in underground or underworld. So anything underground layer or below. So let's go ahead and see if I have enough materials to make another molten heart and a molten core, rather. We got molten heart. I do, barely. I was really hoping to be able to use this fire fragment for material, but you know what, that's fine. And then we have to make a core. There we are. Alright, we had just enough. I was gonna farm off-screen, but I'm gonna go ahead and beat these bosses for a second time each. Heater of Worlds is utterly pathetic, by the way. He should be pre-Skeletron, to be honest, because you should be able to get Hellstone relatively easily before Skeletron, so you should definitely do that. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and fight them both in a speed-up, since I've fought them both before and I know what I'm doing. Then what I'm going to do is, apparently, as long as you don't get too far away from him, you just need to be in the space layer to call the Star Scouter, and then after that, you can go down to the surface. And the closest area I have to the space layer is my jungle arena. Not my jungle arena, wow. My desert arena. And apparently Star Scouter is actually pretty difficult, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to fight these two guys in hell. I'll show it in the speed up. I'm going to farm some materials from them, and then we're going to go ahead and fight the Star Scouter. And if we have time, we're going to the Abyss, because there's some things I want before we fight Slime God. So I will see you guys in hell. Again, same joke I made last time. I did not mean that in an insulting way. Whee! Alright, welcome to hell. This is actually going to be a little bit of a farming platform, by the way. What I plan on doing is I plan on filling that in, this area here in, and basically the areas around here that casting type enemies can spawn in, and I'm planning on just doing this and hoping that enemies clump down there. So, yeah. It'll be interesting to farm there. I'll go ahead and fill that in after I do this. Boop. Go ahead and get another imp in here. Not that I really need it, but we're going to go ahead and hit our basic buffs, and we're just going to go straight into Heater of Worlds. Doesn't do much damage. Takes a ton of damage from you. He turns on a dime, which is pretty cool. Fires out a little mini version of himself, but he's really not that difficult at all. Especially since he takes critical strikes from his tail. And that's what I meant by he can turn on a dime. But it's pretty easy to outmaneuver him. Yeah. Not too difficult, as I say. The one that's more difficult, however, is Infernus. And he has custom music, and I love it! He's really fun to fight. He does a decent chunk of damage with his projectiles, does reasonable contact damage, teleports, he's not fast. unfortunately, he does cheap shit like that a lot. I think he might be immune to... Oh, no, he's not immune to Ichor, because his sprite just changed. And then, when he gets low on health, he starts firing those things out. When he gets down this low, he begins a bullet hell phase. Ow. It actually doesn't do as much damage as I thought. Infernus is a fun boss to fight. It really makes me want to go ahead and fight the rest of Element Awoken's bosses. So I'm going to go ahead and actually do that. If they're interesting fights, I'll show them all, but otherwise, they're going to be speed-ups, because I'm a little over-prepared for, say, Wasteland. I think Wasteland is the only one of Element Awoken bosses that I'm supposed to have already fought. So I will go ahead and find out how to make a baby scorpion, and I'll go ahead and eat it in the desert, and then I'll go ahead and farm a bunch of shit. Alright, and welcome to the desert. It's been a while since I've been here. Not since I slaughtered so many desert scourges. Memory is so great. Alright, so we're gonna just go ahead and go right into this without buffs, and if I need to buff up, I will. Oh, it spawns a sandstorm. It spawns little baby... That's actually pretty cool. A boss that forces a sandstorm. Fires little stingers out at you. Fires out miniature scorpions. I really like this music. Would have been great to fight early in the game. Does not stand on platform, so a long platform above the desert is definitely viable. Alright, I can't see that fight being very difficult, even at the stage where I was supposed to have fought. But it was still an interesting fight. I definitely could see if you don't have something like Hermes boots. Honestly, I do believe that fight probably should have been pre-Eye of Cthulhu. Because Eye of Cthulhu is much more difficult to dodge. Also, hey, he dropped Desert Essence. How about that? Let's go ahead and fight another one. This time I'm just going to melt him with a Phoenix Blaster. Okay, he suffers knockback too, so... Boop, boop, boop. Time to go and open loot bags. Alright, so I'm gonna open this up, put it away, put it all away. Alright, so... what we get from the Wasteland? We get a Scorpion Blade. Slow speed, though. I can see that being a pretty good early game thing. Melee attacks inflict venom and poison. That seems pretty cool. Unfortunately, it seems you get the same thing, which is a damn shame. I don't like when bosses only give you like 2 or 3 things. Alright, what do we get for you? Fireheart and Frenzying Flyer Blaster yet again. And from you, we got more Molten Parts, another shield, Heater of Worlds Mask, no trophies, and nothing that I did not already have. Fair enough, fair enough. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and farm some Fire Fragments and Fire Essences, I believe they are. And then after that, we are going to call the Star Scouter down. I'm not looking forward to that one. Alright. After some farming, some arena building, a wicked migraine, a nap, and a toothache later, I'm back. Still with the slight headache, and the toothache hasn't left. So if I sound different, that's why. But anyway, I was a little bit busy in hell. I have the basis of my Wall of Flesh arena started. I plan on fighting him without a full arena, using mostly lava waders. But I did dig out these houses, and I made some platforms. And I stretched this all the way to the crags over here. There they are. And that's when the lava started to become damaging once you sat in it for too long. And even with the lava immunity of the lava waders, it started to get a little stupid. So I decided, you know what's a good idea? Just stop digging. Anyway, sticking with melee for now because it's simpler than mana. Yeah, I've got my Gust Strike, the Champion's Blade, one for Ichor and one for not Ichor. And I still have this guy and the guns, just in case things go shit sideways and I have to go back to my more preferred method of blasting things with bows and guns, because I like that better. Anyway, I'm actually thinking knockback immunity versus laudanum, because I doubt the Star Scouter inflicts the horror. I really doubt that. If anything, it'll inflict like electrified or some bullshit like that. So I'll meet you at the desert, because that's where I made a rope over to my nearest sky island. Whoop whoop, that's the sound of me moving. And we go up the rope, because even my hard mode character doesn't have the wings to be able to get to sky islands without assistance. It needs to be called in the space layer, I believe, and for me the space layer starts at that. Alright, so let's go buffing. And let's go falling. Hello, ow. That's it, follow me, follow me. There we go. Okay, that's scary. Alright, you're about as fast as the Martian saucer, so that's nice. You move very similarly as well. And yep, let's avoid staying on the ground so I don't get hit by those. That won't get stopped by the platforms, luckily. Alright, he is not immune to Ichor. Most of his attacks are reasonably easy to dodge, except for that one, of course. I say, his attacks are easy to dodge, immediately gets hit by one of them. Alright. I actually quite like the music. Ow. Okay, his attacks actually do reasonable damage. It looks like those large balls home slightly, at least. Okay. Okay. Alright, well at least those things are easy to take out. Ow. I'm pretty sure this fungus armor is way too powerful for the stage in the game. Yeah, I basically just tanked the last couple hits. And that is a Tremor boss, right? The, Star Scouter? No, he's Thorium. And this armor is Tremor, okay. So I don't know what the closest, Thorium set is to Star Scouter, but you can get, fungus armor pretty easily, and that's really good for Star Scouter, apparently, because on Expert, keep in mind I've got warding on a few of my things. It's reasonably simple, actually. So let's go ahead and summon another one. Unfortunately, my buffs are running out, so let's just go ahead and cancel that one already. Cancel the Endurance, cancel the Zen, and restart the Zen, because I don't want to be interrupted by harpies. I'm in the space layer. Buffing up again. Let's do this. Whoop. Hello. Seems like you like to chase me. Yeah. Huh. Doesn't seem to follow a recognizable, like, pattern early. It seems like he just tries to get above you and fire that beam down at you. So standing on a platform will keep you safe from the shockwaves. And once he lowers some of his health, he starts firing actual projectiles at you. So if you're playing Calamity, a very easy way to get adrenaline is just not attack him for the first minute of the fight. Even so, his projectiles don't do much damage. 27. Oh, well, there goes my rage, because I got hit midway through the rage. Okay, he just happened to hit the platform that had my heart lantern stuff on it. Yeah, those little arrow projectiles don't do much damage, they just really stop you from regenning. And so the spheres don't do much damage either. It's the large blaster bolts that do a lot of damage. I wonder how much damage these guys do. I kind of want to... They don't do much damage at all. That was easy. Seems to do a little bit more damage as his health lowers. Really, though, if you're playing with Tremor and you've got the fungus armor, you can pretty much face tank. Yeah, if you've got Molten or Fungus armor, you can pretty much face tank him without too much issue. He's a fun fight other than that. He's pretty easy to face tank. And I believe, except for Slime God, Wall of Flesh, and of course Ancient Dragon, who I can't check off on this world, and the Old One's army, we are pretty much set. I have my mob farm set up. I just need to get some fishing spots set up for Ebenkoi, Armored Cavefish, and some other stuff. So yeah, in the next episode, we're going to explore the Abyss and attempt Slime God. Probably lose to him a couple times, but yeah. Before we actually end the episode off proper, let's see what we get out of the treasure bag. So what do we get? A Particle Whip, a burst of lightning that will bounce to additional enemies. Oh boy. Summons a pet pro, but that has offensive capabilities. Oh, it's a light pet. It's not showing up. Is it a spell? Oh, it is a spell. Interesting. So it's like a summon, but it occupies the pet slot. And that's the expert mode one. I hope it's a pretty decent offensive capability thing. Unfortunately, it means the magic lantern is donezo. And the next one, I get the mask. Ooh, hit scanner. Turns musket balls... no travel time. That does pretty good damage. I mean, I'll have to get rid of the modifier that makes it cursed. What does this do? That'll do a lot better once it actually has enemies to jump to. And it's a material. Oh, for the imprinted sets, so I don't care about that. Is this a material too? Nope, okay. So yeah, I'll go ahead and reforge those equipments and probably buy some regular musket balls so I can test out the hit scanner's capabilities. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Hopefully my toothache will be gone by then.